Hello, this is Wmpyr. Welcome to the follow along class number 3, and I feel like this is going to be the best one so far. All right, so let's get started. I got the double sticks, and what we really just want to do right now is always warm up the wrist, okay? So that's what we're going for. Just warm it up. And you could change the position of the sticks, just side, front and back, up, down, and up, down. Okay. And we also want to be making circles, okay, nice and controlled. So I don't want to just be using momentum and not thinking like this. I want to control it. I want to feel my wrists really paying attention to the motion and just keep going. Let's count 25 in each direction. So just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we'll go in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we got the 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So now let's grab the one single stick and just make circles like this. Okay, and once again, I like adding half squats right here. It's not a full squat or anything, just nice half. At this point, it's just a warm up. It's not harsh on the knees. Or if you guys start to feel more comfortable, you could start to hold it and do the chair position. And I like mobility, so move around a little bit like this. Okay, let's go opposite direction. And you could count 25 in one direction, 25 in the other direction. Remember, you could go like this, you know, like wrapping a magazine real fast. So, because a magazine can make a good improvised self-defense tool for you. It's better than nothing. It's better than using your actual bare hands, especially if they have like a knife or something. So just like so. And like I said, count 25. Okay. So the main idea was to warm up the wrist. So now, like, shake it off. Okay, shake it off. I know a lot of people not used to that. Just loosen your wrists. Loosen. Make circles. So I'm making circles. So make circles. So as I'm doing the wrist, you can see I could start putting in elbow and shoulder as well. Just loosen everything up. Go opposite direction. So it starts with a circle, and then I start involving other areas of my body. So just loosening up. And now it's more focusing on the elbow. Now this is more focusing on shoulder. And then now focusing more on wrist. So wrist, elbow, shoulder. Okay. And that, we actually do that. So when hitting, I could just use wrist. So sometimes I want quicker, just wrist. Then I could use elbows. So I'm striking with the stick, but now I'm using my elbow as the main motion there. And then, of course, using shoulder, right? Using shoulder. And you can make any number of combinations of those, but once again, it's good to know the division: wrist, elbow, and shoulder. So that's what we're doing in that warm-up. All right, so now I want to loosen up the spinal cord, okay? And the neck is connected as well, and I mentioned to you guys about the neck, all right? So what we're gonna do here is you go ahead and grab a stick. I'm just starting to make circles here, okay? So just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go in the other direction and keep going. I'm just going to explain real quick. So normal stretch would just be like doing this or like this. I want it through motion. So by making this kind of motion, we're still, you see, I'm getting this stretch, I'm getting that angle, but through motion, rather than just going like here and hold it, and then here and stretch, which I'm not saying that that's bad, but I want it through motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why? Because when you do it this way, it's more natural, in a sense. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it involves all the other like smaller muscle groups, tendons, ligaments, and it works the connection rather than isolation. So that's why. Now we're going to go in this direction. So make the circle above, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so now you could keep going, but I want you guys to kind of free form it, okay? So just kind of like, I want you to get used to the idea of free forming, because in Filipino martial arts, flow is so important. So just kind of like move around. Nice and smooth is the key. You want it to be smooth. And just move the stick around your body. And my focus here as I'm doing this is really shoulder and spinal cord, including cervical, so that's neck, including that. Just I want that fluid. I don't want it real stiff where I could get injured. You know, I want all that nice and loose. Okay, so just moving the stick around here, wiping here, wiping there. And as I'm doing that, it's not just going side, 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 where this stays straight. I want my, like I said, my core, my spine, I want it to move, including the neck. I want all this flexible, right? So, forwards, back, side to side, wave type motion. Okay, so I want all of that in here. Like this. And the more we move keep going, just free flow it once again. See what feels good. You don't have to go super fast, but when you're moving more your upper body like that, the lower body, if it's more wide and in a base, it's easier to do because it's more stable, all right? So if you're having a hard time with all this, like doing this kind of motion, start to widen your base, all right? So the next, so that's all upper body. Like I said, main idea was spinal cord, shoulders, and neck. So now I want to shift our focus to lower body. And so lower body, I like to just kind of go half squat,
and then do some calf raises. Okay, so this is just a warm up because I don't want to suddenly put a lot of pressure and strain on this. So I'm just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And as I'm doing that, you guys keep going. Just do half squats, right? There's half, 2. Here, you guys can see I'm not super wide apart right now. You could adjust all that. So just here, here, you know, nice and easy on my posture. Okay, like so. Or you could start to widen it more. Kind of makes it easier in some ways. So just do what feels good. Just kind of like go down, up, down, up. And now start involving your ankles there. So it's not just your quads, right? So quads and your ankles and calves are now involved. So you're raising up here. And then, you know, for this right here, right now, I mean, I don't mind if you come down forwards like this. You know, if you have to lean forward, that's fine. You could even have your hands for support here. Even better is to have something like this. So this will even easier for you to do. Okay, we're just warming up the lower body. Same idea. And now, as it starts getting warmer, we're just going to go right, left. So back to here, 1, center, 3, 4, 5, right, left, right, left. And start to widen it. And if it's too hard, have support and have something like this and get some support. 2, 3, 4. You can start really feeling that stretch. You're trying to hold it on your own, strengthening all that. And then once again, use this for support. Right, left, right, left. It's just mobility. And look, I'm going forwards, back. Even though this is center, I'm going forwards, back, which helps with the hip joints right there. Forwards, back. And you can involve the spine like they do in yoga as well, because it's all connected. So once again, just trying to strengthen and warm up the lower body. Okay, so try different angles. So your hip right here, it's going left, right, up, down, and then there's front and back. Okay, you connect those all together, you could make a so this is making a circle. Okay, and you could go in both directions. If it's too hard, make it less narrow. And here we go. You're making circles. Okay? So anyway, what is it, the saying in Russia? Move it or lose it, right? So the next part, now that we've warmed up, would be cardio. And for the cardio part, I don't want to do it today. I skipped yesterday, so I definitely need to do it today. I need to do extra today. But it's just been one of those weeks that it's been kind of draining, partially the weather change. But okay, so the wrist circles and the jumping, I said to you guys, the jump rope, okay? You go in this direction, but you could also go in the reverse direction. So I would say 100 each direction If that's too hard, go 50 in one direction, 50 in the other direction, so 100 total, okay? But like I said, if you can, 100 and 100. 100 one direction, 100 the other direction, so you're doing 200. And if you could do even more, even better. If all that's too hard, right, you know, lower the amount. Just do 30 or just do 25, okay? But as you do it, if it's too hard on your legs, just do calf raises, okay? So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just doing calf raises. I'm not. This is jumping, okay? So you could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So you could adjust it like that. Very, very good exercise. Very tough. So next, we're gonna go single stick. Okay, so for single stick, I already showed you guys the diagonal, side to side stab, and then I showed you, so that's 5, and then number 6 is diagonal, back the way you came, diagonal up, back down the way you came, 5, and then 6 is the eye flick, okay? Use either one, or maybe you have your own form, angles of attack form. Whatever the case, we're going to be focusing on long range technique, okay? So for long range technique, notice I am significantly more sideways, okay? Ready to run away in the opposite direction. And I go diagonal, diagonal, side to side, stab, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Notice I backed up. I believe in 100% defense. This is long-range defense technique. I want to make it harder for them to come in. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep my distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Very, very compact. So I'm working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Not big motions. I should be able to hit... if there's a plate, about the plate size, and keep all my angles of attack within that plate, okay? So just do right arm and left arm. In this video, I'm just going to do right. So once again, this hand, okay, either should be here on the heart, or fencers have it counterbalancing over here, okay? So you could do that as well. Or if you're more, you might have like a tactical flashlight or a tactical pen, and then so you might have this over here, okay? But for beginners, usually just put it on top of the heart. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And focus on something. Look at something. I don't care if it's a light switch, and pretend like the light switch is your target within that. And you're just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can lean in without stepping in. I don't want to step in, because the moment I step in, I am now getting closer, and I don't want to be closer. I want to be further away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can move sideways. I could angle off. 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So get that repetition. Once again, please also do the left arm for once you develop the control with the left arm and the mobility and all that, then it'll help you tremendously when we do go to double weapons. You'll have better hand-eye coordination. So the next part is the flail, okay? So we just did, this is long range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Now imagine they're having a hard time. They have a weapon. They really want to hurt you, and you're doing that to them, and they're getting brave, and they're looking for the timing to rush in. Okay, so when they do that, we want to use the flail. Okay, so the flail to help keep them away, like a lion tamer. So what I want you guys to start off with for the flail, to me this is excellent right here. So practice this, and the main important part is we're making a circle on top of the head. Okay, but you don't ever want to obviously clip your own head. So it's better to angle it off. This is safer, okay, than doing it here, because then I got to make sure that it's higher than my head. If not, I'll hit my own head. But if it's here, it's just much safer for me. So it's the same idea as here, but I'm angling it off a little bit this way. You see, much safer. I'm just swinging it around, okay? So I'm swinging this around like a lasso, like a cowboy, okay? And I'm doing this, makes it harder for them to come in, and then I'm gonna change it to a diagonal down, diagonal down. So if you grab a chain weapon, a long chain or rope or something like that, this, boom, boom, you start swinging it around. This is the most common natural motion, is the diagonal downwards. Diagonal down, down, down. So you're using this also to keep them away, okay? 1, 2, 1. So this is your figure 8. Notice the center is an X, but this is your sideways figure 8. So you're going here, and then when you come to the outside, okay, so from here, 1, 2, come around and start making this circle. And let's go back to the figure 8 and come here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here it goes. 1, 2. Mix it up is what I'm doing. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2. Here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Boom. So you're bringing it down diagonal, and then on the outside diagonal, my stick comes here, and then I'm just bringing it around and around. So down diagonal, outside diagonal, I just go ahead, bring it, and then from here you're already in position, so then just make this circle above like you've been doing. Okay. Now this 1, 2, you might feel more comfortable with the circle in the other direction. Okay, so this is more back fist circle rather than forearm circle, which is, you know, like this, like if you're playing tennis, boom, this way. You might feel, once again, more comfortable doing backhand circle. Okay, and that's fine. You should be able to do either or, from here and then go back to here, and then from here go back to backhand. So you should be able to switch it around. So backhand circle this way. And remember, this is the one especially. You want to make sure that you don't clip your head. Come on, Dracula, say hi to everybody. Hi. Hi, Draki. Okay. So once again, diagonal, diagonal. And then backhand, 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 diagonal, diagonal, forehand, 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 diagonal, diagonal, backhand, backhand. And on your diagonals, don't forget to just keep going on one diagonal over and over. I go to this diagonal, and I can go here over and over and over, back to this diagonal, 1, 2, 3, this one, 1, 2, 3. Now we can take it up here, 1, 2, 3, and then reverse direction, 2, 3, back to this. So mix it up, just enjoy swinging it, and that's really what you're doing. You're just constantly swinging it, making them have second thoughts trying to charge in, because these are powerful, very powerful. This right here, you could still try to keep them away, but they might feel like they could outsmart you, go around it, come in somehow, duck under or whatever. But with these bigger motions, it can really snuff them. Okay, it could really stop them in their tracks. So you combine both, but either way, it's defensive, realistic defensive usage. All right, and you could use it, of course, with a knife too. So now the next one, I'm gonna go to double arm, and for double arm, I'm gonna go ahead and have folding knife closed. Okay, so the folding knife closed, and we're gonna go ahead and punch, punch, boom. Now this could be done with double stick. If your technique is solid, you should be able to go double stick, double knife, double training knife, tactical flashlight, or folding knife closed. It shouldn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Important thing is my fists stay separate from each other. Okay, it's not this. It's not the Wing Chun stuff, because I'm holding a weapon. I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna shred my own hands. So I don't want to do that. It's nice and separate. One goes, then the next go. They don't travel in the center line. This is my shoulder line. Boom. This is my shoulder. Shoulder. That's what I'm doing. Shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. So if I didn't move this, it would be here. Here, 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 here. I move it, now I can hit there. I move this, now I can hit here. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. And what I'm emphasizing with empty hand is knuckles here. And that is not actually this. It's this. It's backhand, essentially, is what it is. I'm dropping the knuckles. So you could even point it out like this if you want. But knuckle, 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 knuckle. That's what I'm doing. Okay, boom, boom, boom. 1, 3. Now you could do this, okay, and then here, here. 1. We did this with a double arm swing. Boom, boom. And if you don't go all the way to here, okay, where I'm parking all the way to my arm, you don't have to. You could just go boom and boom right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But the normal way is this is a strike on the backhand, and this one goes and it parks. I'm removing those two. So instead of going 1, 2, here, 1, 2, here, I'm just going 1, 2, 1, 2. But remember, same idea. Right hand goes, then left hand goes. They're never together in the same plane like this. Okay, so 1, 2, and then back to this one. Boom, 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 boom. So this one has more of a little bit more of a downwards motion. Boom, boom, downwards, downwards. And then this one has definitely more of a sideways. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now we could go more like swimming. Okay, so now the wrist turns. Okay, before I just kept it like this. Here and here, here, here. Broom handle style. But now I'm going to turn it swimming style. Like this. Here and here. But notice it's one hand at a time. And I'm hitting with the shoulder. It's the shoulder alignment. Shoulder, shoulder, okay? And never both hands together. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you practice this, please keep going, but if you practice this, you should be able to go with stick, knife, machete, brass knuckles, tactical flashlight, whatever, like I said, and you should not be worried about hurting yourself because you're always, the form is correct. It's always one hand at a time, one side at a time. They're not together in the same plane. Okay, so next part, I'm going to go with footwork. Okay, so the footwork, I apologize about. Yesterday, I believe is when I made the previous video, I made it way too complex. So this time, I'm going to try to make it much easier, okay? Body shift, body shift. Okay, yeah, let's start with a body shift. And body shift comes from Professor Bram Frank, at least terminology-wise. I learned it in modern Arnis, but so this is just body shifting, right? So we do it with the Heaven 6. So you're just going 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Body shifting. Now, more realistic body shifting is off center, off center. So this is my center. So I can imagine this is where their attacks are all coming, pretty much aiming for this center line. And when I body shift, I'm off the center. And I body shift, I am off the center. Okay, so if I just body shift like this, I'm still in the center, all right? So think of boxing's bobbing and weaving. So as I body shift, my head is out of the way. And I body shift, my head is no longer in the middle, okay? So if you want to make your body shifting more realistic, and this is, Professor Brent Frank taught this in a video. I saw it in a video. So 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm just, this leg turns, this leg turns. This one turns, then this one turns, okay? Now, so this next part, same idea, body shifting, body shifting, body shifting. And now I'm just going to work on the left leg, okay? So body shift, take a step forward, back to the middle. Body shift, take a step forward, back to the middle. Now you might go, why don't you just take a step forward, back, back. The idea here is that the body shift, this change of weight, and this builds the momentum to make this easier. It blends in with your body shifting, boom, rather than just stepping forward, back, because yeah, anybody can step forward, but that's not what we're doing. We're, from the body shift motion, I come forward, okay? From the body shift, I come forward, back. I hope you guys can feel it, okay? It's easy for me to say it to you guys, but you need to feel it. Use the body shift to build momentum to help you make that step, and then bring it back, okay? Body shift, and then if I could go forwards, I could also go back, and then body shift, back, and come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, here, here, okay? But the main idea is I'm not just stepping forward to the middle, step back to the middle, step forward. I'm using the body shift to connect stepping forwards, going back to the middle, and back, okay? So same idea now with the right leg. The right leg right here. So body shift, step forward, back, body shift. Okay, so use that body shift, put that in there as many times as you want, and try to use it as a momentum builder. Okay, so body shift, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so technically, you should be able to, let me see, it's hard to show you guys, but you put it all together. Let me get a knife out right here. So I'm here, and I'm going boom, 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 boom. And that's all just body shifting. This body shift, foot slid back, and then body shift forwards. Okay, here, both leg actually help me adjust. I'm using that motion to help me adjust right here, boom. And I can adjust here. And the best example I could give you guys for the body shifting is look at Mike Tyson's footwork, okay? To me, even though he doesn't come from Filipino martial arts, and I'm not even sure that he learned it from the body shift, when I watch his footwork, it looks very, very similar, okay? Maybe not the same, different backgrounds, totally different backgrounds, different history of his art and this art, but the result looks very, very similar. So anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.